Let's go live now to Shannon Patterson in North Vancouver. Showing vaccine passports at restaurants will be a thing of the past in a few weeks. Shannon, you've been speaking with the industry. What's their reaction?
Well, Mi-Jung, this Vax Pass, it's going to be a thing of the past in a couple of weeks, but Dr. Henry wants to wait to see what the impact will be for that removal of the mask mandate, and the restaurant industry is just fine with that.
Okay, there you go.
Proof of vaccination has been required at BC restaurants and other indoor venues since last September. Dr. Henry has decided the Vax Pass can be scrapped, but not just yet.
We need to mitigate the risk of transmission in those settings while we still have reasonably high transmission in our communities right now.
But with COVID hospitalizations declining everywhere, the vaccine passport is already gone across most of the country, and 2 more provinces will lift it in the coming days. By keeping it until April 7th, BC is an outlier, and the restaurant industry is good with that.
We know from just talking to operators, talking to guests, that this little transition period from tomorrow when we take our masks off to giving people about 3 weeks before the vaccination card ends is probably not a bad idea to get people to adjust, because I think people are going to have a hard time adjusting.
We are taking this in a stepwise and measured way so that as people get used to being out and about without masks on in some settings, we still have the confidence to go to some of these higher risk indoor settings as well.
While April 7th is later than the rest of Canada, Henry had originally planned to keep the Vax Pass in place until June 30th.
Dr. Henry thought June 30th. So these are bonus points for us right now. So no, we'll get through it. And it's only 3 weeks. Spring breaks in there. We will, by the time this happens, we won't even remember all this. It's going to be really good.
And when proof of vaccination is no longer required to watch a Canucks game, go to a movie, or eat at a restaurant.
You know, it's going to be so nice not to say, hey, Shannon, can you put your mask on? Can you show us your ID before we take you to your table? It's going to be, Shannon, welcome, and come and have a great experience.
Well, Dr. Henry is promising to remove the Vax Pass on April 7th. She did caution, though, that she will be watching hospitalizations really carefully over the next few weeks as people start taking their masks off indoors. As long as there's no big surge in a couple of weeks, Mi-Jung, no more Vax Pass.
All right, thank you, Shannon.